the restaurants that you opened, let's say 2 to the 6, 7 that you had before COVID, were they all takeaway focused, or was there also in seat?
No, they were all wildly different. So we had the first one was takeaway focused. The second one was in a shopping center in the middle walkway, and it had seats. So that was a completely different setup for us. We changed the operations in that restaurant as well to really put all the food right in front of the customer. It was a slightly different customer crowd, so we wanted to go further to explain what we were doing here with fresh ingredients. And then the third location was high street. It was maybe 4 times the amount of seats of what we had before. So again, that was quite different. And then I'd say the next sort of 3 after that were also all quite different, ranging from another really small location on a sort of public square to another large high street based location. So at that stage, all our locations were really quite mixed, and we're seeing a lot of different things coming out of all of them. And we then took that information and decided to make our strategy for growth from that. And at that time, the idea was, well, we didn't necessarily see, say, the revenue per square meter correlate. We saw a potential target for our revenue, but it wasn't that different whether we were 40 square meters or 80 square meters. The only time it was really different when larger was if we were in a shopping center. That's when you have sort of people who want to sit all day. So at that stage, our strategy was very much sort of let's look for these small locations and then take slightly larger spots in shopping centers. And then obviously COVID threw that all up in the air. And just to quickly jump forward a few years, what we actually see now is shopping centers have stayed the same with regards to the more seats you have, the better normally, up to a limit of the concept, of course. But actually the stores that have been sort of, I wouldn't say struggling, but have noticed maybe some of the biggest differences in customer response, at least, is the smaller stores that we have. That now when people go to the office, if they're at the office for 2 to 3 days a week, when they go there, they want to go out with their colleagues. They want to catch up with people in town, go out for lunch. So they want to sit down. So that's been the number one feedback when our regulars are still coming to us, that they for sure let us know that it's, they wish we had more seats. They would like to sit down. They want to sit for longer as well. So that's been probably the biggest learning from the early strategy to where we are today.
And are you now converting older stores to stores with seats, or is this impossible?
Where it's possible, we've done that a little bit, but it's quite a challenge because a lot of those are quite small. So instead, what we're doing is we've had 2 areas of our business really growing quite a lot recently. One has been more dine-in, as mentioned, and we've created a bit more experience around that and also expanded the selection around that. Then the other one has been grab and go. So the smaller ones, the smaller stores are being more slowly transitioned into express units, which is takeaway driven, but it's also grab and go refrigerated shelving. Then the other stores are more of a focus on dining.